Hello guys and welcome to Watch in Time. Today I'm going to be presenting you a perfect watch to celebrate Father's Day in most parts of the world, and it's a watch that actually is born with the DNA of celebrating fathers everywhere. So we're going to be talking today about we can say it's a micro brand, definitely, because it's born small very recently. We're talking about a brand that has an interesting DNA, and it's Italian originated. So it's actually developed by two Italians, Luigi Generali and Matteo Franchina. Both of them decided to develop a brand that represents them in a unique way to create a model that can actually reach people in a different way. So it's very nice when you see a micro brand being born that actually has a story behind, that has a vision, that has a mission, and that at least represents something that they want to share with the world. So this Horizon line that they launched, the first watch that was actually first launched in Kickstarter early in 2023, and it's a watch that has a unique design and a very interesting and appealing story, and it's very much related to the name, Fathers. Both of them are fathers, if I understood correctly, and they wanted to celebrate in a way with a watch, with their brand, with their model, what the philosophy is behind watches, which is to actually have a piece that is going to sign and help you track your time, and actually you will take in many adventures up to the point that you might even consider passing it through to a new generation. So it's a nice story at the end of the day, and I like when a brand tries to create that. But apart from nice stories, we also need to have a nice product. So what do we have here? To tell you the truth, guys, I saw a little bit of the marketing that was around this watch, and only recently my attention was paid by them. So I saw it in one of my local retailers, and I was really curious. So I have reached them directly and asked them to provide me a watch that I can actually have in hand, because it's not a watch still that you can find in every city. They are trying to build on a network also of resellers, but you can actually definitely buy directly from their website. And they were kind enough to send me this model. They asked me which model I would like to have a look, and just a problem that I have, my eyes went directly to the teal dial that they actually call cocktail attire. So when they designed these watches, they wanted them to be both a tool watch, but also a diver, but also a watch that you can actually use in many occasions. And you will see a lot of colorways that they are presenting in terms of the bezel and the dial, and two types of straps, both the stainless steels as a rubber strap. So there are different colors. You have a burgundy kind of red, you have green, you have black, you have blue, you have white, you have white and blue. And the ones that they launched actually in Kickstarter were the more classical ones, so it was actually black, green, blue. And I was really curious about this combination, so let's have a look together. The watch, in terms of measurements, it's almost perfect for my taste, and I was really very nicely surprised about this. So what are we looking at? We're looking at a case of 40 millimeters by 47.5 more or less, and almost 12 millimeters high. The bezel, it's a bezel that they have redesigned. It has a little bit of inspiration, you can say, probably from some Omegas, in terms of the way it builds around. But they have also done a very interesting monoblock press ceramic stainless steel bezel insert. And the colors that they have used, it's different obviously for each watch. In this very nice teal dial, they actually use this very nice gray ceramic. Yeah, we can say it's gray. And I was also really curious about that because, you know, ceramics, many people don't know this actually, but it's not easy to do color ceramics. The usual colors, yeah, no problem. You will have your black, your blue, your green. But moving from one tone to the other, it's quite difficult, and presenting yourself with other type of colors much more. And that's probably one of the main reasons you don't see around yellow ceramic bezels, orange ceramic bezels, etc. So having it in a gray color, it's actually quite a nice touch, and it shows the craftsmanship that is behind. These watches are said to be Swiss made, obviously managed by the Italian brand, and they come also with a Swiss made movement, which is the Selita 200. What else we can see that I was really surprised positively about the brand? So first of all, the case that they have designed with their almost 13 millimeters actually works quite well. The 40 millimeters of the case by 47 makes it a watch that can be worn by many wrists. In mine, it's an 18.5 centimeters, so mine is a medium wrist, and it wears perfect. This is kind of the size that I really love because it's a size that it's not invasive. You can wear it with a shirt. There's no problem around it. If you have a smaller wrist, you will definitely pull it off also. If you have a bigger wrist, yeah, it can work definitely. It depends on your taste. So the dial, as you can see, have this decoration. They say it's oil treated. I don't know exactly the methodology that they use, but you can see the logo there. There is an H that represents the fathers, the name fathers written on it, and this very nice reproduction of the H in the dial that actually looks kind of the texture of clothing or a cloth. So it gives you that organic, I don't know, kind of feeling to the dial. I really like it. It works very well and actually has a very nice shine to it. And even in this difficult to make color, the teal or turquoise, whatever you want to call it, they have actually quite managed to do a very nice work. And it works very well also when you are outside in the open. I will unscrew the screw down crown, so that gives the watch a 200-meter water resistance, just for you guys to see better the hands and the minute hands. So just let me also position correctly the date. As you can see, they have positioned the date wheel at 6 o'clock. If you go to their website, they will say that the decision also to make it small and wide was to be as minimal invasive as possible for people like myself that don't like the dates, especially on a diver, and find it redundant and useless, and also something that disturbs you in the dial. But I think the size overall in the middle of the dial actually doesn't disturb you that much, so it actually works well. Something to note is very interesting that they have really worked around the Luminova, and the markers, the hour markers, as you can see, they are steel pieces, but they have actually filled them with the Luminova in a very nice way that actually will give a very nice bright under the sun. The hands are semi-skeleton, both for the hours and the minutes. And as you can see, both of them have this very nicely lume arrow. And the the second hands that you can see here, which is just an arrow that doesn't have a balance inside. As you can see, it's orange. And what I discovered after greater inspection, obviously, and then putting it out of the sun, is that actually it's a full lume seconds hand. This is something difficult to find nowadays. Full lume second hands, it's something that you don't see every day in watches, and I think this is a very, very nice touch. The bezel that works very well between stainless steel and ceramic also has markers that you can see here between the normal Luminova ones and these blue ones. All of them are Luminova, so all of them are going to be bright at night. I think this is an excellent choice. They have been hand filled as they have declared. So there you go. You have a very nicely well done and executed bezel on this watch. It's a 120 clicks, and as you can hear by the sound of it, it is actually very well made. So bravo guys for this. I was really, really very well surprised. What are other things that you can notice is that the logo actually works quite well, and in many micro brands, one of the biggest mistakes that they do, it's the logo. And I think even in this case that looks more like an H and actually reminds me to the F of Fathers. They have done a very nice work. It's a unique logo and doesn't remind you of something else. Yes, sure, this is a diver and you will see sites that will remind you other brands. But still, it is quite unique, and every site that you're going to be exploring of this watch has actually been thought to not be a reproduction of something else. So it worked quite well. The backside reproduces and represents again the logo and has some information for you like the water resistance, automatic, Swiss made, and obviously the serial code. The strap in stainless steel, it's of good quality, and you will see also that it has the borders slightly polished on a old brush surface. The clasp, as you can see, is a solid piece clasp. It closes well and it's quite secure for eventual use. It's probably not the type of clasp that I love. I will probably have used, and this is just an advice that I can give both of them, a pusher clasp. It would have been easier to work around, and also gives a little bit more sense of quality, but it's just a personal opinion here. It doesn't bother me at all, and actually I think it works quite well also with the micro adjustment. So overall, the quality of the bracelet, I think it is very good. This is a watch that goes around 1,200, 1,300 euros. So definitely it's not on the cheaper side, but they're offering you for a package a very nice product that definitely represents the price that they are going to be selling at. At Kickstarter, obviously, it was also with a discount, so that was actually quite a nice touch. I have been testing this for a couple of days now, and I have to say the small details really bring me on. The crown, as you can see, has this very nice cut to it that gives you this kind of feeling, and it's really very easy to operate. And the logo, the H of Others, also here, I think they have cured most of the details. You have a screw down back case, and the bezel and the colors they use work very nice. So how does it work with the Luminova? So I usually forget to do this on my watches, guys, but you can see how very easily it charges and how nicely the Luminova works on this watch. Some people will tell me probably, they say this is a patented also bezel. Yes, sure. The first time that I see this at 12 with the triangle, that it's actually part of the ceramic bezel that comes out a little bit on the pointed area. Here you have an example of a mixture of stainless steel and ceramic bezel from another brand, but doesn't has this very nice detail. And two watches that we can probably put in a category that is quite similar. You have the Doxa with the Tiffany blue dial that has a history, obviously a Swiss made watch, and most recently but not least, you have here the Breitling Super Ocean with the Tiffany dial. Obviously this is a 44 millimeters watch and wears much bigger on your wrist, also a ceramic bezel, but you can see in comparison in sizes and wearability more or less where it positions itself. So I'm going to show you now how it shows also on my wrist, so that you can have an idea on how it is. And very quickly, guys, for all of you, on my 18.5 centimeters, you can see it wears just perfect. This is what I was meaning with the size, that actually I think they have done an excellent job. A 40 mil with 12 by 47, it's a size that will fit most wrists in a very nice and comfortable way. The stainless steel works very nice. I know they also have the option to let you buy the caoutchouc, the rubber strap for some of their models. For the cocktail attire, this coloration, they still don't have a rubber strap, but they're working on it, and I think it's a very nice extra probably. So I would probably recommend them in the future. Also, it would be nice to have quick release straps in order also to exchange with the rubber ones that they are producing. They told me it's natural rubber, so I'm really curious because also the strap has a very nice pattern to it, so it will be nice to see how it is. Hope, guys, that you like this watch and this brand. I will put the link obviously to their website. I was really very positively surprised, and most definitely I will try to add it to my collection too. So see you very soon in the next video. Until then, please take care.